We are Mike and Jeannie, and we restore old houses. In 2021, we moved to South Carolina and bought a 120-year-old Victorian house. Follow along as we put the polish back on this Victorian masterpiece.
Welcome to 1834 Restoration House. We are so glad you stopped by. We have some things to do on the old Victorian today.
Yes, we do. For the past few weeks, we've been building a new window for our foundation because the old one is literally rotten and falling apart. So we have the new window done and it's ready to go in. That's what we're working on today.
This is the ratty old window we're replacing. Look at how bad it is. That much wood is missing from down below. It's being held in by Packer's tape on this window and this window. This one, most of the wood is rotted. So we are excited to get that put in today. Let's get started.
Okay, the first thing we need to do is take this window out. See, it didn't take much to get that window pane off of there. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the bottom of the frame here. So this piece of wood is the only thing left, like Jeannie was saying, and it's pretty rotted too. I could probably just pull that right out if I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and start dismantling this thing. Okay, I'm taking off the top stop. It's been a while since we've had Demolition on our channel, so here you go. A little bit of HGTV action. There it went. Oh no. Somebody nailed these two boards together and I can't get to the nail underneath. So I'm gonna go get my secret weapon. So here you can see the nails that they used to nail this into the masonry. And they also nailed the frame together, which is to be expected. Now it's time to cut through this one here. There's one problem though. I have an electrical light switch here for the underhouse lights, which is in the way. And so I think I'll just kick it off and let it hang for now. But let's go ahead and make this cut. There's a big chunk of mortar that was used to infill here. We'll have to refill that at some point. Yeah, it's looking kind of sketchy right there. But don't worry, I have a plan. Here's a safety tip. This board is full of nails, and we don't want anybody stepping on those nails. So I'm flipping the board upside down. Now nobody can get hurt. All right, guys, we've got a problem here. This piece of mortar and this piece of mortar are doing us absolutely no good. They're loose, and that won't work. The good news is this one is solid, so is this one. So we'll go ahead and put the window in on those, and we'll come back and fill that up with new mortar after we're finished. There it is, guys. I have to say that whoever built the original window, at least they knew how to make it level and plumb, because everything is perfect. So let me just throw this on here, and that's looking good. That's looking good. And this is looking really good too. Although I need to just pull this out slightly, but I'll do that right before I nail it. But everything is pretty much dead on where it's supposed to be. Now, I gotta say too, it's January, and I'm out here in a t-shirt, which is nice because the past few weeks it's been freezing cold out here, and it's a real treat to be out here and be warm. So, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but behind the sound of church bells in the distance is the sound of lawnmowers running, and it's just kind of cool to hear that in January. Oh, let's talk about the nail here real quick. These are called fluted masonry nails, and they're made to go into concrete, and we'll be going through wood and into brick, so we should have a really nice bond here between the two. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop one in here to get started. The carpenter's nemesis when it comes to windows and doors is when you put them in and they don't fit right. So let's see how we did. Well, seems to fit pretty good. Let's put some hardware on this brand new window. mixed up a batch of mortar here. So now I can just start pushing it in and closing up that gap. Well, unfortunately, we ran out of mortar, and I'm gonna have to go get some more and finish this job.
Thankfully, we still have enough time today to get this paint off of the window. So what I'm using is a large putty knife, and I'm gonna put it right up to where the putty meets the window, and that's gonna be my guide. Then I'm taking a very sharp razor blade, and I'm just gonna bring it right on down. Slow and carefully. See how it's taking it off? Okay, you can see that there's a little bit of stuff on there still. I want to keep my putty knife right there so I don't accidentally scrape any putty off. And I'm just going to kind of scratch it off of there. There we go. Now we will move it on down to the next section. There we go. Okay, we finished one pane. That was it. That's all we've done so far. But I wanted to show you what it looks like. And I think it looks fantastic. We did the inside, the outside, and we cleaned it all off. Now we just have 5 more panes to go, inside and out. By the way, I wanted to mention that the bottom of the window and the bricks, it looks crooked, but it's really not. When the house was originally built, they built it up on pillars, brick pillars, and so later, when heating and air conditioning came into play, they filled in the section and put the window in. The window, though, is level, and it's level with the rest of the house as well. We did get a few more garden beds done. I have 4 more to put together, but you can kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna put 2 more here, and 2 more between here, and then I'm gonna put some trellising between some of them. But that's about how big it's gonna be. I think it's gonna look great. I'm so excited. A lot more work to go, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Looking all around me, you can see the whole piece of property looks cold and dead. This is the dead of winter. It looks like it. But spring is just around the corner, and I am so excited to see all the blooms coming out. For those of you who have been with us for a while, you'll remember how beautiful and full all of these trees look. I can't wait to see that again.
And finally in this episode, this is the mystery structure. We talked about this for quite a while now, and we've been trying to figure it out. But we have big plans for it this spring. We're going to try to get these trees out of here and clean this up a bit. Right now it's a huge mess, and we really haven't done much with it since we moved here. But one of the big problems here is you can see this door about to fall out of there, and it's rotting. And I think it may have maybe 1 or 2 more seasons before the thing just finally collapses out of there. So now that we have a wood shop, I'd like to go ahead and build a new door for this thing. But more exciting is we are hot on the trail to solving the mystery of what this thing is. We got a good clue, and we're going to chase that down, and we're pretty sure that we know what this thing is. And we'll bring you the story in a future episode.
Thank you for watching 1834 Restoration House. If you enjoy what you see, please like and subscribe and leave a comment.